over the past several weeks, Kamala Harris has been compared to former President Obama as a historic candidate. They share certain identities, and you have said that this comparison is a little frustrating. Can you share with our audience why you find that comparison unproductive?
Yeah, I think that let me say this. Of course, we are forever proud of I'm forever proud of President Obama. And I think he ran an amazing campaign, but I think there's a distinction in her campaign. And I think the frustration is not so much around comparing his campaign, because I think he ran one of the best campaigns that we've seen in this country, but it's really around overlooking how she distinctively has a different role, that she's distinctively doing something different. In the Obama campaign, what I saw is a campaign that was centered around this idea of, yes, we can, we're all Americans, we'll rally behind this candidate, and we're going to support him, right? In her campaign, I think there's a really important distinction around that. In her campaign, it has opened up a space for people to own their different identities and organize with the idea of the same goal. We want to move forward, but that we don't have to say that we're the same. That I'm the childless cat lady. Oh no, I'm the white dude. I am the truckers for Harris. I am the Black women for Harris. It opens up a space that is really more reflective around the inclusivity and the diversity, and celebrating the diversity of America, not feeling like we have to literally boil down to this single person, right? But ultimately that diversity is not our burden, but it is our blessing. And so what I've been seeing communities, the Swifties for Harris. I've been seeing people literally organize around their identities, right? In a way that says we're all in alignment around, we want to progress this country, and we don't have to give up who we are. That's a really powerful frame. I also think that the difference around how she has to navigate not only race, but gender as well. That at the end of the day, I mean, she did not have the protection of being a man, a gender, as Obama. She did not have the protection of being a white person, even as Hillary Clinton, even though I think she had her share of challenges just because she was a woman candidate as well. She's had to navigate at the intersection of which I think Black women often find ourselves sitting. And so I think it's really interesting, even in a recent interview where she was asked, on her CNN interview, where she was asked to respond to Trump questioning her identity, I felt like her response was brilliant. And the reason why I thought her response was brilliant, it did three things. And I often talk about this, that racism, part of the strategy of racism is to make people question their own identity, to make you have to justify your humanity. They have to justify who you are. I think what we saw in her response is a couple of things. One, that she's in tune to that Americans have moved forward, that he represents an America of the past. She represents America of now and the future. Secondly, that she literally is above that question, that she's no longer as represented as a woman of color, that she does not have to justify her existence, that she does not have to justify her humanity. She does not have to prove who she is or explain who she is to anyone, that she believes that her work and her presence will do that for her. And I really applaud her on that. And the third thing is, I think oftentimes we give too much power, too much space for things that we know are untrue, that are false, or that are really created around racist or sexist tropes. And then we get caught up in this vortex of just responding instead of literally going to what I say, I learned from one of my favorite songs by Stevie Wonder, going to higher ground. And so I think with her answer, she went to higher ground and said, nope, we're going to send, you are not going to determine who I am. And I am not going to respond to that. I am going to go to higher ground and talk about what really matters to Americans.
LaTosha Brown, co-founder of Black Voters Matter Fund. Thank you so much for being here. We so appreciate your time and insight, and you'll have to come back as we get closer to the election.
Thank you for having me.